Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go. Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go. Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go.
And if you was instead of hating, you'd be ballin' too. I know you seen us falling through. All the rich niggas is all my crew. Fuck it, they can't touch us. If stuck up is what you call it, cool. Ooh, you should've seen when I came down in that. Black on black, cause it's greater haters face down on the mat. Splat, yeah, I can make a green nigga mad. Quick, fast, flash like 10 cash on this bitch ass. You can tell I'm a G by the walk in the stands. I play the game, make me talk in the stands. Watch how you talk when you talk to the man. If it ain't about bridge, you talk to the head. I show you how to get rich. You got a weak arm, I'll show you how to pitch. Made so play, I'll show you by the hit. And tell the police I don't know about shit. Hey, God, I'm fly, something like the air. Ain't that something when it's stunting, man? It's nothing like air. Homie, hold it right there. Homeboy, right there.
Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go. Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go.
I got one in the back. I got one in the front. I make them do what I say. They tell me say what I want. I tell them, get your money, girl, and just stop breathing. Cause if it ain't about that dough, it ain't about me neither. See a gangster like myself, I get that paper in with me. Man, your woman probably out there with some paper to give me. Listen, you're looking at a real pimp, ask my old women. And they'll tell you no remote, I control women. I'm a whole load, put me in the game, woman. If he ain't paying, then he shouldn't be playing. I'm saying, broke dudes only make jokes funny. I make more than I can fit in this quote, honey. Unquote, come sun soak with me, ma. Fly it down here and lay you up in my beach house.
Haters going down for the count.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. I'm out moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill. Hop out, keep the drilling and spilling. Stay on point, 6-2 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no.
I got all those shit, nigga.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. Sunny monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleed. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleed.
What up, what up, what up? Peace and blessings to everybody in the building. All things big AMC FSG in the building. Salute my brother Zulu Line in the building. Salute King. Peace and blessings. Terrell Davis, what it do on peace and blessings to you. And shout out to the rest of y'all that's in the back. We'll holler at you when you come through. Dr. Kid be here in just a second. But peace and bless to all y'all, man. We had a pretty good weekend of boxing. It was pretty good, pretty decent. Yep. Amanda Serrano just need to go ahead and retire though. But quick question. Y'all ever heard of this rapper named Al B? Al B. Al. Nigga go tough. He from Jersey. If y'all ain't heard of him, check him out. That nigga go tough. That nigga fire. He be spitting. And he real as hell. He got this one song with Jadakiss, Freeway, and Benny the Butcher on it. I wish he didn't have Freeway on it, because Freeway, man, his verse, out of them 4 rappers on there, is Jadakiss, Freeway, Benny the Butcher, and Albie. Jada had the best verse on there. Hands down. Jadakiss can't miss right now. He ain't missing. He ain't missing. Jadakiss can't miss. But Albie was right there in the close second. Then Benny the Butcher came through, and Freeway was the worst thing on the track. Like, you down bad if you put Freeway on your track. That nigga ain't even dropping metaphors or nothing. Like, his flow was okay back in the day. I guess because he just had that run-on flow, but he ain't never been a wordologist, like a wordsmith. He wasn't never putting them bars together. He was just flowing. He ain't had them punchlines. That's why Cassie had him talking about, need a beat. Speaking of need a beat, what y'all think about that Serrano and Taylor? I told y'all Shadeja was gonna get up in Savannah ass though. Savannah Marshall can't fight the type of fight that's needed to beat motherfucking Shadeja. The way you gotta beat Shadeja Green, you gotta take away that space. Shadeja ain't used to fighting on the inside. She a brawling little broad. She don't like you crowding her space. So if you crowd her space, that's how you can get into her. And see Savannah Marshall being 6 foot tall. Savannah Marshall being 6 foot motherfucking tall. She ain't trying to get in close either. And that's why I told y'all Shadeja should win that fight. Yeah, Zulu, that's what killed me was that motherfucking Amanda Serrano shit. Because I had Shadeja on the thing for the upset. Motherfucking damn Amanda Serrano. And look, if I would have took motherfucking Katie Taylor, that would have been even better because Katie Taylor was plus 140. So that would have boosted that thing up all the way. But, boy, I tell you. Jake Paul couldn't even buy that one for. You done got 3-0. The first 2 was you, but you lost this last one. You lost this last one. That's why I said all things. I say shit. You might have got robbed the first 2, but she popped your pumpkin on this one. She popped her pumpkin on this one. I'm gonna tell you who else looked bad though. Alicia, was it me or did Alicia Baumgartner look bad as hell? Like, I felt like they gave Alicia Baumgartner the win. Like, I really felt like she could have lost. Oh my God, man. Look in the motherfucking building, my nigga, Young World. Man, salute to you, my brother. I hope everything's well with your Young World. That nigga on one of them 50 Cent tours out there. My nigga Young World on one of them 50 Cent tours out there touring in Asia, Europe, all that shit. Watch out for the SS out there, Young World. I'm glad you all right, my brother. Shit, yeah, popped her goddamn pumpkin, Creole. My nigga Young World out there living like a fucking rock star. I'm glad though, man. Blessings to you, King. I hope all is well with you. Motherfucking Young World out there. That nigga probably out there. He out there with the brick. Oh, that's what's up. She told me she was Young World. Young World out there like the Breadwinner Castle. Y'all remember when Breadwinner was out there in Germany? He did the video. Kevin Gates did the videos out there in Germany. The Breadwinner Castle. Step on an island. We in the castle. Step on an island. Breadwinner Castle. You need to shoot a video out there, Young World, in front of one of them castles. And you know what I've noticed? One thing about leaving the country. They're building their craftsmanship outside of America is so much better than our craftsmanship. Like if you look at our houses and our mansions and shit, them shits do not compare when you go out of the country and you look at them shits, bro. Like them shits are majestic out there, bro. Like them shits are fucking majestic. Like they put their heart and soul into a motherfucking building. Like it'd be motherfucking $100 million mansions out there. Yeah, it's a different quality, Zulu. Like when you look at them shits out there in them different countries, then you look at them shits over here, you really realize that America really ain't wealthy. American people are rich, but in them, like England, Germany, the motherfuckers is wealthy out there. That's a difference between rich and wealthy. And the motherfuckers, they use real materials. You ain't got them cardboard houses that they put up in like 20 minutes. Ain't none of that right there. Shit. Too bad I can't leave no more. My passport's done. Them fucking felonies, boy, they don't let you leave the country no more. Or if you can leave the country, the other countries won't let you in there. So it's been a while. It's been a while since a nigga can move. Especially how they done tighten it up out there too. You can't even use it. They got this thing called a true passport now. Got them true passports now, so you can't even motherfucking you can't even get one of them damn, you know, one of them help you through the country type passports. You can't even get those no more. The motherfuckers got facial recognition, every damn thing. This shit crazy. But if a motherfucker could, getting out the country is the best thing to do. It is. Can't say nothing about that. But yeah, Dr. Key says she on the way. Before she get here, I like to say to everybody, man, you know, we had a pretty good weekend. And you know, let me get 5 people to support the grind if they can. You know, support the mission that we have here while we're waiting on everybody to come through. But yeah, that damn Breadwinner Castle. That was one of my favorite damn videos right there. Cause you got to see that motherfucking, I think it was Birmingham Castle or whatever, Birmingham. I can't remember what the name of it was. But like them castles they got, those are real fucking castles. And them shits is in good condition. Go out there like Shitfield, England and shit like that. Shit be real. Yeah, I could probably I can leave to go to Haiti or something like that, but I can't go nowhere like England and shit like that. Probably could defect to damn China or something, since they don't fuck with America. Let me not say that shit. I've been got in trouble. What y'all thought about the Shakur versus Zepeda fight, though? Everybody, what y'all thought about that? Shakur versus Zepeda. I know some people had it 8-4. Some people talking about Shakur put belt to ass, and I'm like, I can count 5 rounds where Zepeda landed more shots. What do y'all think about it? Yep, Kid Austin got the KO. And yeah. Hey, Tanya, he checked that motherfucking chin, didn't he? That's why I said if Zepeda would have had that juice in his system, Shakur was going to sleep. Like I went back and looked at the CompuBox and everything. Shane Frazier, like I went back and looked at all that. Like them scores was 2 out of Martin. That was my favorite fight right there, DZ. I told everybody Matias was gonna whoop him. But Puello a tough motherfucker though. Yeah, James Dunnigan, he stepped his game up. But yeah, if Zepeda would have had a little bit more pop on that shot, Shakur was going to sleep. But see, I was trying to tell people like Zepeda, as many punches as Zepeda throw, he gonna get something through. He got over 250 of them shots through. If he would have hit a couple more to them bodies, Shakur was ready for the thing. Like Shakur, I told y'all the reason why Shakur Stevenson defense is the way it is because that nigga can't take a punch. You see what happened as soon as a punch landed on that nigga. As soon as a punch landed on that nigga was about to go to sleep. That nigga was like, oh. As soon as a punch touched him. And that's what I'm saying. Like, now, he fight Tank. The ropes ain't gonna be able to hold you, my nigga. You gonna be like that nigga. You gonna be like Bernard Hopkins versus Joe. Was it Joe Smith? What's the white boy Joe at light heavyweight? What was it, Joe Smith? Yeah, he not. But shout out to the doctor coming through in the building. Shout out to the beautiful Key Alexandria in the building. Slow King, Queen. What's all that echoing? Y'all make sure y'all support the grind. Support the grind. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Is it my end that's echoing?
It was at first. You good now?
Oh, okay. Hey, y'all. I hope y'all having a good day. Happy Monday. We made it through the weekend. I hope y'all families are blessed, that you guys are blessed. We got a lot to talk about. It's been a lot of boxing stuff going on, craziness. I would like to rest of the fight. Oh, okay. I feel what you're saying, all things. I would like to start off by dedicating my portion of the show to Charlie Murphy. Happy heavenly birthday to Charlie Murphy, who gave us just, need I say, like, we know what Charlie Murphy was coming with. Everything from the Dave Chappelle show to the Boondocks, everything, man. He definitely delivered. And I just want to say thank you for your comedic contributions to entertainment. There will not be another comedian like you. Continue to rest in peace and happy heavenly birthday to Charlie Murphy.
Blouses.
Exactly. And that, hey to y'all. Hey, Slogan. Hey, all things. My right hand. Hey, Creole. Good to see you as you guys. Hey, bruh. Hey, Zulu. As you guys continue to come in, of course, I'm going to. Yes, he was Zulu. I'm gonna, of course, speak to y'all and say hey to y'all and read y'all comments and everything. Upper, did you want to continue on to what you were saying before I got on?
No, all I was saying was blouses. Shirts or blouses. Shout out to Slogan One, bro, 6500 in the building. Salute.
So let's kick this off because we have a lot to get to. First off, congratulations are in order to Shadeja Green and Sharnika Johnson for their wins over the weekend on Friday. And shout out to MVP. I might cuss out Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying, for getting people deported and everything. Allegedly, that's how he's implying it. But Jake Paul, I gotta give credit where it's due. The female event, the all-female boxing event, has 6 million viewers from start to finish. Shout out to Jake Paul. That's how you do it. Salute to the beautiful Queen Ashley's Corner.
Shout out to Ashley's Corner. Hell, it was on Netflix. It was free, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, to have that many people tune into an all women's boxing card, that's what's up. I can't hate on that.
Why you didn't give shout outs to Alicia Baumgartner?
Alicia, because she did what's expected. I mean, Alicia did good.
I thought she got beat.
Yeah, a lot of people feel as though that was an upset. A lot of people feels as though that was an that she didn't look good in that fight or anything. So but shout out to her. She was like a plus 12 or a 1,200 favorite.
2,500.
Well, 25. And then Katie Taylor did what I knew she was gonna do. I knew she was gonna win that. I was hoping that Amanda Serrano would have pulled it off, but
that killed my shit right there. I had everything looking good. I had Shadeja for the upset. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take Amanda. And Katie was getting points too, so she was the underdog anyway. And I just knew Jake Paul was gonna buy Amanda this win, but the shit wasn't close enough for him to pay for it. The shit just was not close enough for him to. He had all intentions of paying for it, but the shit just wasn't close. And I was just like, God damn. Like Amanda Serrano aged overnight. It's time for her to sit her ass down. Shout out to Brian the Cave Falcon. She's done. Put a fork in her.
Well, let's see. The person that they are trying to get something set up with is Alicia Baumgartner. Alicia has came out and said she wants the winner of Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. That would be Katie Taylor. So be looking out possibly for a potential match. Also, people are calling on Katie Taylor versus Chantel Cameron Part 2. So I'll keep y'all updated on where we think that this, where they could go with that. But shout out to Jake Paul again. 6 million people from start to finish for an all-female boxing card. That's what's up. I can't even hate. I love the fact that that female boxing is getting the shine. Female boxing definitely won on Friday night. Fast forward to Saturday, my most anticipated fights. Wow. David Morel almost gets upset. Man, David pissed me off in that fight.
He fucked up my bread. I had him for the stoppage. I didn't know he was fighting a doped up super soldier though.
I told you that. We talked about that on Thursday.
But I had already put my ticket in before then.
Oh well, yeah. So, but at the same time,
that was Ivan Drago he was in there with.
But he was
fighting Rocky IV.
But he was messing around. The flash knockdown that he got hit with was him doing that footwork, him dancing around and stuff. You cannot do that. Like, you gotta focus. Like, golly. I mean, he had his moments. I do feel as though David Morel did win that fight. A lot of people are calling it a robbery, though. They feel as though Imam Katiev won that fight. I feel like David Morel won a very close fight, split decision, majority decision type fight. But if I'm him, I'm having that conversation on, does he stay at 175 or does he need to move back down to 168?
You know what's crazy? I said that the other day. You might have seen me in Discord. I was like, man, he might need to move back down to 168. But then everybody was like, well, he was fighting a drugged up cheat, so he'll be all right. But that's 3 fights at 175 that he didn't look impressive in now. But
exactly.
Ashley Corner said, I have to respect Dave for fighting a man built like a brick house in a PD. Yeah, I looked at the nigga like, dude is a big motherfucker. Like, that nigga right there. So Devin and them can't say shit, because if Dave Morel go out there and do it, Devin could have did it, right? Right, Dr. Key?
Well, the question is, was it in his system the night that he fought? Because he got popped with that last year. So was it in his system the night on Saturday night? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they were even drug tested.
That's a lie, frequent. And I'm gonna tell you why that's a lie, because Bada don't test. So Vada couldn't have tested him because they don't test. That was Baturviev's little brother on things. That wasn't his cousin, that was his little brother.
Absolutely. So then also congratulations are in order to Matias. A hard fought fight. My goodness. Shout out to Puello, man. Shout out
That's
to
what
Puello.
I said. Puello tough as shit.
Puello is hard. And you know what? I'm not mad at Turkey for putting in that the rematch. I mean that Puello will fight the winner of Matias versus Dalton Smith, because after that fight, Turkey got in the middle of the ring and basically strong-armed Matias to fight Dalton Smith and put Dalton Smith in there. I'm like, yo, what is he doing? Like, yo, he just got out of a fight. Can he breathe? But
Dalton Smith about to get the shit knocked out of his.
Yeah, so but the winner will face Puello. I like
now,
that.
see
I
that
wish
you know what it was, Key? You know what it was though, Key? They seen that Australian beat Matias and they think he gonna put another white boy in there to beat motherfucking Matias. No. It's not. Lightning ain't about to strike twice, buddy. Matias is coming. Puello. I knew Puello was a tough motherfucker when he fought Antoine Russell. When he was taking them shots from Gary Antoine Russell, I was like, yeah, that's a tough motherfucker. But when he was fighting Matias and he was eating them things, I said, God damn, that nigga tough. That's a tough motherfucker right there, boy. You got to pack a bag if you want to put that nigga down. You feel me?
Absolutely. Hey, Rod. Hey, Brian, the king of the chat. Hey, Shane. But that was a great fight. I agree, Shane. That was a really, really good fight. Then we get to Shakur Stevenson versus Zepeda. I'm vindicated. I said Shakur. I've been saying Shakur for a long time, for over a year now, saying Shakur gonna get Zepeda. But what does that show? Because the first of all, I think we can all agree that the scorecards were kind of crazy. The scorecards were too wide. I scored it 8-4. An argument can be made 7-5 for Shakur. And one thing that I did appreciate was that I was able to see Shakur fight a volume fighter. A lot of shots got in. So I'm questioning the copy box numbers. But I like Shakur's reaction, though. I liked his counters. I don't like the fact that when he gets to a volume puncher, what I saw on Saturday was the rope situation. You don't want to be put in another O'Shaquie Foster position in which what's his name had robbed O'Shaquie Foster in that first fight. So yeah, so but I'm very pleased. I thought that Shakur did a very good job in that fight. That, you know, there were a lot of questions. People were asking if he was gonna run. He didn't. He stood there and traded with Zepeda. Zepeda did sleep. Yes, Zepeda, but he still, even afterwards though, he still traded with him. So I liked it. I'm happy that this is done. And just like clockwork, he's calling out Tank Davis, which of course y'all know I want to see. That's the reason why I've been rooting for Shakur, because I want to see him fight Tank Davis. I don't want to see him lose. But another thing, I don't know if we're gonna get that fight, because today Shakur Stevenson was on that Ariel Helwani show, and him and Conor Ben got into it. And
why the fuck does Conor Ben keep talking shit to people not in his fucking weight class? Like, that shit, dude. Shakur's at 135, Conor Ben. You just fought at 160, dog. Like, dude. Like, I swear that nigga be pissing me the fuck out, man. Like, that nigga be pissing me the fuck off, bro. Like Conor Ben always picking, like, Boots was on the same side of the street. Boots had the belt. They got the same manager. He ain't say a bitch ass thing to Boots. But he talking to motherfuckers that's not even in his weight class. Like, that shit's crazy as hell. That shit crazy as fucking hell, man. I'm still laughing at the way Chris Eubanks got it with the eggs, man. I'm still thinking about the egg slap, G.
Yes, well, Conor Ben told Shakur Stevenson that he hate watching him fight. Shakur said, "I hate watching you fight. You don't teach me nothing." Conor Ben said, "That's a lie." And he said, we get in the ring, there's going to be a big skill gap. So I'm praying Shakur. Now, look, this is second 147 fighter now. Shakur, I don't know what you're trying to tell us, but let it go, Shakur. No, I want my Tank and Shakur fight. Damn it. Don't you do it, Shakur.
Yeah,
Don't you
it's
give up.
Zapata buckling your ass. You better not go up there where they got higher firepower, nigga. More firepower mean your ass going to sleep, Shakur. Shakur
Now,
daughter. Did you hear Shakur daughter?
oh, yeah. She said you almost got that. Was so cute. Hey, Desmond. Hey, Planet. Now, another thing is a lot of people feel as though this performance has has opened up a lot of people to wanting to fight him because a lot of people saw chinks in the armor. Do you guys think that?
See, a lot of people liked that right there, and that boosted Shakur's stock up right there because he wasn't running and people didn't have to chase him. And see, that made for an exciting fight. Like that was one of that and him versus your boy at 130 who he beat for the belt. Those were the two best fights that I liked from Shakur. Like he stood there, he worked the thing. Jamil Herring, he sat there and he worked the middle. You feel me? He wanted to rock the boat and he worked the middle. You feel me? But nigga, you get in there with a puncher, that's your ass. Shalom to the queen arraigned in the building. How you doing, queen? And my brother Rod Walker, Shalom King. But yeah, exactly, Brian King. I didn't even fall asleep on his fight this time. I was like, uh-oh. But I've also noticed something. Zapata, ever since they called him out from PDs, he's been gassing out in fights. Like, he gassed out like the 5th, 6th round versus Shakur. And he gassed out the Tevin Farmer in fight. That nigga been juicing. And shout out to my nigga Lieutenant Busting the Cider. And I feel like my nigga Giovanni Cabrera needs a fucking rematch because he got hit with the damn Zapata. He ain't get a fair shake at it.
Well, speaking of, a lot of folks, well, excuse me, not a lot of folks, Shakur Stevenson has confirmed that he's a free agent and that he wants Tank Davis. He wants Tank Davis to win against Lamont Roach. But he is looking at that he is a free agent now. On word on who he's going to go to, of course, we don't know. A lot of people are speculating he's going to stay with Eddie. I feel as though, come on, Shakur, go to PBC. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just make it happen. So I'll keep my eye on this, what I'm hearing, if he's truly, in fact, a free agent, and what's going to occur. But the next fight, Lord, speaking of what occurred, Berlanga versus Sheeraz. My goodness. My goodness.
That nigga got turned into a meme. Oh, that's
my God.
You got a nigga. This nigga moved up in weight and knocked your ass the fuck out.
Oh my God. Now, but one thing about Berlanga, now there are whispers. I'm hearing that he did go to the hospital afterwards.
Of course.
But Berlanga said that he's still the king of New York. But there is now some controversy surrounding this win. Now he's pulling the Lubin versus Fundora card. He says that Hamza Sheeraz had Margarito wraps on. Plaster.
Oh my God. Oh shit. Well, you know what, Berlanga? It's up to your team to check his wraps before they put the gloves on. Anybody knows in boxing, the opponent's team comes over there and checks your hands before you can slide your hands in the gloves. So no, we're not even gonna do that shit. Malt Network. I don't really want Shakur versus Kid Austin. I'll take that right there after Shakur and Tank. Like, I don't even want that shit to even I don't even want to fluke to fuck that up right there. I don't want that shit to happen, period. We done got too close.
Exactly.
And you want me to tell you what's crazy? They showed Fat Joe face when he got knocked down the first time. Joe was like, these niggas never lived this lifestyle. Never seen a brick, never seen a crack house. I said, Joey, crack. Crack looked like he was an upset father, man. He was like, damn, this nigga making all Puerto Ricans look bad right now.
Well, there are videos circling around saying that Sheeraz has suspicious hand wraps. The thing that I'm happy about is that we do not have to hear about Berlanga versus Canelo. But what we will hear about is officially after this defeat, Turkey came out on social media and stated that we are officially getting Canelo versus Sheeraz in 2026, which we already knew was the play. We've been calling it over here for the past 7 months. We was like, yo, the way that they moving, Sheeraz, that's Turkey homeboy. Okay, so my whole thing is
What
that
does that
too
tell you about Bud?
Bud upsets the algorithm though, Upper?
That's I'm glad you said that, Keith. That's why I told you Bud does not stand a chance. This is Canelo's victory tour, and Bud is just a ant that's in the middle of the road about to get ran over by a car. You know how they use dynamite just to motherfucking blow up a little hole? Like, this is like using a machine gun to shoot a water pistol. You feel me? Like, this shit right here don't make no sense. It's called overkill. Canelo about to go up there. He gonna give Bud something that he could feel, and then they're gonna make the Hamza Shiraz fight, and that's gonna be the 4 fights that Canelo owes Turkey. He already gave him 2. Bud makes 3, and Sheeraz gonna be number 4.
Well, no, because we could potentially get with Turkey going to the MVP fight card on Friday. Jake Paul and Turkey had linked up and took a picture together. So some people are speculating that we could potentially get also the Canelo versus Jake Paul fight as well in 2026. So here's the outlook, because I forgot.
Guess what? Let me say this though. Canelo don't need Turkey for the Jake Paul fight. Canelo don't need Turkey. Turkey only got 2 more fights with Canelo. So after Bud and after exactly B-Dog. After Bud, then after Sheeraz, Canelo's done. And he's not signing back with Turkey. He don't like that bullshit Turkey been doing. He don't. And next thing you know, Turkey, what happened to dictators and lions don't lay down with sheep and all this shit? Now you taking pictures with MVP? Is it cause your tickets didn't sell, my friend?
Oh, we're gonna get there. Hold on. We're gonna get there because it's been So, but here is PBC's PBC came with the alley-oop in the back that nobody is talking about that happened over the weekend, I think on Saturday. Jamal Charlo is officially the number one in the WBC for Canelo Alvarez. Now we already know Christian and Billy is about to fight on one of these cards. I think he's going against Lester Martinez. Go ahead.
You said he's number 1?
He's number 1. He's number 1 in the WBC and he's number 2 in the WBA.
I thought they said Sheeraz was the mandatory.
No. Who said that?
I thought they said that he was the WBC mandatory at the end of that fight.
I didn't hear that unless I didn't.
He did say that. They did say that. They said that.
Well, I don't know how they're going to be the mandatory if Jamal Charlo just moved into number 1. That's why I said that was a quiet backdoor alley-oop that the PBC did over the weekend. So let's see. Maybe we can get Sheeraz versus Jamal Charlo. But knowing Canelo, I could see Canelo fighting Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just getting both Charlos out the way or something like that. Or maybe he won't. I'm not sure. It depends on how Bud Crawford pairs with him, in a few months. But I just wanted to put that out there. The quiet alley-oop that the PBC did. Jamal Charlo's officially number 1 ranked. So, man, we getting out. We out there. We getting out there. They both good fighters for Charlo. I love it. But that says to me what PBC and Charlo did, they have a lot of faith in Charlo. That he is serious. You know what I'm saying? By him being ranked now in 2, don't be surprised if we see him move up in the 3rd and the 4th ranks. to make sure that Canelo cannot not see him. He really want to do something, put him in the IBF, PBC, because the IBF don't play. They're going to make that boy fight. And there is nobody ranked right now, which they normally always do for the IBF. Put Jamal Charlo in the IBF. That's what I would do, because Hamza Sheeraz is number 10 in the IBF. He's also, put him in the IBF. Hamza Sheeraz is number 10. And that's all he's ranked so far. As far as the WBC, he's number 6 in the WBC. And Jamal Charlo's number 1. There you go. Put them together.
Yeah, but after that fight, they said that he is now Canelo's mandatory for the WBC.
Well, let's see how this works. Let's see what PBC pulls, because that was something that they pulled behind closed doors a couple days ago. So let's see what they pull. And I think they pulled that before the fight, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. I love it. I love it. I love it. Don't care anyone but IBF. Exactly, DZ. Like, put Jamal Charlo in the IBF. They won't be able to overlook, because y'all know how the IBF get down. Hey, Lee. Good to see you. Hey to the Queen Arena. Hey to the Queen DZ. Good to see y'all.
Well,
hey,
you can't really say that, because you remember Canelo he dropped the IBF, and William Skol got it, remember?
Yeah, that was an easy lick. We called that. We said he gonna let that happen. Now, Jamal Charlo, that's not no easy lick. Put him in their face. Now, he was already, after the Jamal Charlo fight, he got ranked in the WBA. Now he's in the WBC. Keep moving him up there, because he's not ranked in the other ones. Put him in the WBO.
Plus Canelo versus Charlo. Canelo versus Charlo is the biggest fight for him anyway.
Yeah, Diego Pacheco's about to fight. Edgar Berlanga just got knocked out. Jaime Munguia is out of there for right now. Hamza Sheeraz is number 5. Put Jamal
Canelo and Charlo, that's the biggest fight anyway, though.
Put them in there. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, keep y'all foot on their necks, PBC, because you know what they trying to pull. In my mind, PBC probably got word of what Turkey was trying to do with Hamza Sheeraz, and went on ahead and put Jamal Charlo right there as number 1. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I feel like that's exactly what happened. Hey, Rod, Iglesias is the man Canelo will not fight at 168. No, he's not going to fight none of them young whippersnappers. Turkey has no power with the WBC. Maybe he greased Suleiman Palms. I'm not sure, Rod. I have no idea. But what I do know is that was a nice little side move that PBC pulled. I saw it. I peep game. And I like it. And don't forget, Canelo has a dream to fight in the UK. Okay. What if Bud wins? Exactly. We're going to get there, because that opens it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that they said there's no rematch in this fight. That opens it up, though. If I'm Bud, retire. Ain't nothing else to prove. Okay, retire. For real, for real. Upper, you got anything else to add to that? I don't know where Upper went, but my thoughts and prayers are with Berlanga. I can only imagine how that went for you, Berlanga. I mean, good God Almighty, that was horrible. That was definitely horrible. God, that was embarrassing. But anyways, this weekend we have some more back-to-back cards coming up. We got the return of Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Cafu, who is 11-0 and 3 draws. Here is how his cards are stacking up. We got Diego Pacheco versus Trevor McCumbee. We got Austin Williams making his return. And then a whole lot of people. We got Amari Jones. We got Nishant Dev. I like Nishant Dev. And we got Hector Beltran. So pretty much like a prospects card, if that makes sense. But of course, we're going to be tuned in. And of course, afterwards, we have the Manny Pacquiao and Barrios fight card. We already know how that's coming. Stacked from top to bottom, from Fundora versus Tim Tszyu, Pitbull Cruz versus Angel Fierro, Brandon Figueroa versus Joet Gonzalez, Mr. Gary making his return after 3 years versus Hugo Alberto Cass. Okay, you know what? That's a lot of names. We're gonna call him Hugo. Okay. We have Mark Masayo versus Jorge Cuellar. Really? We got Alan Romero versus Kamita. We got Abel Ramos versus Jose Sanchez. Omar Gomez or Omar Salcido versus Brian Galagos. Lord, it's just a lot of people. Basically, we're gonna be in boxing all weekend, and then that's not even including the Usyk versus Dubois fight. We got Lawrence Okoye versus Kevin Lorena, Lewis Edmondson versus Daniel Lapine. I'm sorry. So yeah, we got 3 fight cards on Saturday, y'all. We got 3 freaking fight cards on Saturday. We are gonna be so busy.
That's gonna be good though. That's good though. Can I get 5 people to support the grind for the day? Can we get 5 people to support the grind? That fight card, I want to see that Usyk and Dubois again though. But that's gonna be good. But yeah, let's get 5 people to support the grind for the day. Can we get 5?
And then for the Canelo and Bud, here's how it stands: Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez. We have the battle of the big babies with Jared Anderson versus Jarrell Miller. And then we also got Callum Walsh versus Fernando Vargas. Good fight. Callum Walsh 14-0, Fernando Vargas 17-0. That's a good fight. So that's just an update to the card so far. Allegedly, he is trying to see if he can put Matias on the David Benavidez undercard, get that solidified. Okay, so those are how it's updated, how everything is lined up right now. And let's get to some more boxing because it's a lot. Vargas.
Did you say they try to put? You said they try to put David Benavidez on the undercard?
No, I said they're putting Matias on the David Benavidez undercard upper.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so that's what they're trying to do. Also, after Berlanga got knocked out, Oscar De La Hoya in his private jet put on a wig. It's similar to the wig that Berlanga threw at him at the press conference. And I just wanted to make a comment saying that Oscar looked very comfortable wearing that wig, that Dora the Explorer wig. I don't know who did that. I don't know who told him to wear that, but But let's get into some more. So Devin Haney was there at the fight ringside for the Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda fight. And he is not happy. So Sean Porter did an interview saying that he predicts someone in Devin Haney camp will pull the plug on the Brian Norman fight. Now, Devin Haney came back with an old Southern creed. Devin said, pull the plug like his daddy did him in a Bud fight. Ooh.
Well, tell Devin if he had a daddy, his daddy would have pulled the plug in the Ryan fight. Ooh, see, that's what Sean should have hit him with. That's what Sean should have hit him with instead of seeing his son get beat down like that. Shout out to my nigga, no evidence in the building. Like, if he really had a daddy that cared, then his dad would have stopped that, right, Key? Right? I know Kenny Porter wouldn't have let Sean Porter hit the ground 5 motherfucking times. I know he wouldn't. He would not let his son hit that ground 5 funky ass times or put his face in another nigga's crotch. Nah, his dad would have did that. But we know how your dad is though, Devin. But yeah, can we get 5 people to support the grind for today? And shout out to people that got dads that will go out there and protect their kids. Because Bill ain't protecting shit.
Thank you, Upper. So, Lord have mercy. So there are folks speculating that if Devin will pull out the fight. Now, I was studying, looking at some Brian Norman Jr. film, and of course, Brian Norman Sr. came out and has been talking about Dev ever since their scuffle. Now, if you guys don't know, the Haneys and the Normans got into it in which one of Haney's security guards that they call Debo or something like that manhandled Brian. Yeah, and Brian pushed, basically slammed him down to the ground. So it's been some back and forth. We
That's the
then
same one
heard
that Bud slammed on his head. Bud slammed him in the gym before too.
yes. I didn't see that one, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised. And then also Bill Haney has came out with PED allegations against, implying that Brian is not testing for this fight. And that they're enrolled in VADA already. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There was the presser on Friday in which Devin got into Brian's face, was calling him the B word and everything. And one thing that stood out to me was that when they were face to face, Upper, Brian was eerily calm. Like this whole time I've been noticing the past week and a half, the Haneys have been the aggressor.
You know why? Because that nigga free lunch, and they know. I mean, like when you see a motherfucker that you know you can just hop on and beat, like it's no reason to get aggressive about it. And shout out to my brother Fight Game in the Cash App with the $5 holla. Appreciate you, King. And shout out to the beautiful Miss Latasha Murphy in the Cash App with the $5 holla. Always looking out for the grind. I appreciate you as well, Queen. Can I get 3 more people to support the grind for the day? It's greatly appreciated. Everybody that come through and hit the like button too. Brian thinks Devin ain't got no chance to win, Key. That nigga said this shit easy like a Sunday morning. Devin is nervous as fuck. Somebody gonna pull out this fight for Devin, or he gonna hurt his hand in the training camp. Watch what I tell you, Key. I broke my hand in training.
I don't think so. Hey, David Tizane. Hey, no evidence, Mr. No Face, No Case. How you doing, King? You know what? I would be very disappointed because now that it's out there, you have to go through with the fight now to prove them wrong. But I was watching some Brian Norman film, even with the Quentin Randall. I don't know if Devin can fight Quentin that type of style that Quentin Randall fought. And Brian has evolved since then. In my opinion, he's became more explosive.
Nah, I wouldn't call him explosive. He just got dynamite in his hands. But that nigga right there, he got a long fuse because it take him a while to make them shits pop off. It takes a while. Brian Norman got some slow ass hands, but he got some damn mud kickers. He hitting motherfuckers with mud kickers, but them shits slow as fuck though. You can see them shits coming. You can go make you a damn sandwich, come back, sit down, put some Grey Poupon on that motherfucker, bite it about 4 times, drink your lemonade, wipe your mouth off, and get back up before that punch lands.
Well, let's see how this goes.
But if it lands, it's gonna be painful.
Right, and that's why I said I think Devin, he has the capability to really box Brian. I'm just worried about his chin. I still think it's a 50-50. I go back and forth on who I'm leaning towards. I could see Devin winning, but the method in which how Devin wins is what scares me, because I could see 7 different ways that Brian could win against Devin based on the performance I seen him put on with Jose Ramirez. So maybe that was a fluke. Maybe Devin didn't want to give away too much of a strategy, wanted to use his feet more in that fight. But I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. But I will say at that presser on Friday, I felt like Brian was eerily calm. And even Brian Norman Sr., Upper, they treating it like a regular day in the office. They like he just keeps saying, my son finna stop him. Just watch what I tell y'all. It's over with. You know, like, I'm kind of nervous for Devin, Upper. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little nervous for him, man. Like, cause they just chill. And one thing about it, the Normans aren't really giving Bill Haney them the reaction. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I hope y'all see where I'm coming from, what I'm talking about, because I'm looking at a lot of key factors in every interview I see with Norman Sr. I'm just like, bruh, they are very confident, Upper. Like, they just know, like, yo, he can stop. They you know, like, they're saying that they'll be surprised if it go to full 7-8 rounds, Upper. Like, it's like, dang. Hey, Fight Game. I hope Dev fight like the old Dev. They see food key, they working together. You keep saying that 2 cents. I feel you. But I got Norman by KO. Well, that's the thing. I wonder if Norman don't knock him out, will Devin win the round? I feel as though Devin is gonna be grabbing and holding a lot. No lie, like I feel like Devin gonna clinch. And one thing about Brian Norman Jr. that I've seen in his past 2 fights, he will refuse a clinch, and he will shoulder bump you and get off on his. You feel me? So another thing that people were concerned about was Brian Norman's feet. They said his feet too slow. But my whole thing is, I think Brian's 1-2 is better than Devin's. Like, I was sitting here studying Brian yesterday. I think that Brian's 1-2 is better than Devin's 1-2 upper. It's quicker.
It's slow.
I can't describe it.
Brian's 1-2 is not fast.
I think so. What Devin be throwing? Yes, it is faster than Devin's. This is I'm very intrigued and curious.
Not the one that he was hitting Regis Prograis with. That was a fast 1-2. That was a fast 1-2.
It's slow. He trips over his own feet. We saw it with Loma, and Loma was able to time it up. We both saw that one.
That was the jab that was getting timed.
No, but even when he would try to go in, and Loma would step to him and neutralize him, and then step over like Loma do. He was quicker, especially in like the 7th and 8th round. He was way quicker than that. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna let y'all know. Hey Richie, what if he gets clipped in the first 30 seconds again? Nah, I think Devin, when he was showing his left with Ramirez, and that's another thing, upper. Who has Devin fought that can get him ready for Brian Norman Jr.?
Ryan Garcia.
I don't know. Me too, Key. Dev called Norman just another guy. He sees something. Okay. Loma was on. Yeah, Brian Hand's pretty good speed. I'm just saying, as a comparison from who they fought in the past, I think Devin, I will give Devin the edge in this fight. I would say it's like I'm leaning because of the fundamentals, and I know that Brian, he struggled with boxers in the past. I say it's a 60-40. But the more I watch film on Brian, the more I'm like, yo, I wouldn't be surprised if Brian stopped him, upper. And the calmness that Brian is displaying, I'm just like, I wonder if they see it. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention he still dips down. I don't know. This is a really good fight. Why are we doing press conferences 4 months out? Let's talk about it. Hey, Malik. Hey, Tanya. Brian's Norman father said Devin has girly hands. He said he can't hurt nobody. Let's see it. I want to see it, though.
Shout out to my man Animalistic in the cash out with the $2 holler. Appreciate it. I just need 2 more people to support the grind for the day. Can we get 2 more people to support the grind for the day?
That is very weird that they are doing press conferences 4 months out. What say you, upper?
I mean, they did the Canelo press conference 4 months out. I mean, what you expect? They started talking about Canelo back in May, and this fight's in September.
Do you think it's too soon because the injuries can happen? They still in training camp.
Yeah, because they should have been talking about the other fights, like the Shakur and all them other fights. Like Turkey don't know how to market this shit.
Said Devin has Devin gonna be on his stick and move. Norman pro experience is limited. I feel you with that, big dog. How you doing? Well, let's talk about the Turkey's card since you brought it up. It is official. The MVP card was a sold out event, as we predicted. Had 6 million views, and the Turkey card. How do I say this? The upper, what's the word I'm looking for to describe the Turkey and Shakur Num card as far as selling out goes?
Not even half of it, so it was a disappointment. Small room only.
Well, I'm trying to be, I'm formulating the words to be nice. Be nice. There was so as we know, the event holds about 20,000 people, right? And the tickets were priced to sell good. They were $66 to about $200. And then leading up to the fight, I got on y'all about buying tickets, and then how do I say this? So Berlanga had an event on Monday where he gave away free tickets, and then there were buy one get one free tickets. So sometimes things happen in events in which you have a vision and how it's supposed to go, and then you're met with reality. And let's just say that Turkey will focus on the impressions of the fight, the social media impressions, rather than the ticket sales. Okay, it was yes, they were B-Dog. They were free tickets, and that Berlanga Berlanga handed them out to them kids, and them kids saw him get dropped like that. Lord have mercy, Berlangas. Lord. Golly, Berlanga. Also, Shakur had free tickets for his fans. Exactly. So it did not do well financially, the fight. You know what? MVP killed it, y'all. MVP knocked it out of the water. They had more views. You can blame it on Netflix, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, they had more views, and they sold out Madison Square Garden, in which Turkey, rumor is that the gate scale is between 500,000 to $1 million as far as profitability. I'm waiting on the exact amount, but damn, man, how you get knocked out on a flop. Golly, Berlanga. This is bad. The kids saw him get done. You know what? Thank you guys. Thank you, Rod. Thank you, B-Dog. He does, Marcus. They really do need to hire me. Hey, nerd. Shakur may not be able to sell out, but he can still whoop on Tank worse than how Roach did. Oh, okay. Talk your stuff, nerd. Why was Clarissa there Friday with her hating self? Because of Shakur. No. Friday. She was there at the female thing just to be seen, promo, because she got that fight coming up in 2 weeks. She got that fight coming up in 2 weeks. So Clarissa, you know how that's gonna go. Dang, Berlanga, but it was a flop, y'all. It was a flop. It did not do well. MVP Promotions reigned supreme on their Friday night event. Mind you, that was a Friday. I don't even think Top Rank did something I think when they had what's his name out there, they'll do good. But as far as this event at this scale, at this location, MVP knocked it out the park, especially with an all-female card. They have Jake Paul can boast that he beat out Turkey. The numbers that I'm getting for the ticket sales was between 500K to $1 million. But they have to finish counting the comp tickets. Remember, they gave out several free tickets, and some tickets were buy one, get one free. So once that's all established, it's gonna be looking like around there. They didn't do more than 2 to 3 million. They didn't get all the way up there. But it was for a 20,000, because remember they blocked off the left side, you know, from what the picture showed me. So it's looking like the tickets were cut in half. The venue amount of seats were cut in half. So we're looking at between $500,000 to $1 million. I wouldn't be surprised if it's less than that after they're done counting all those free tickets and comp sales and everything else. Hey, Opulent. So let's see how this goes. All right. But shout out to them. I'm just happy that everybody made it home safely. And I hope that Berlanga is out of the hospital. Now let's get to some other breaking news that happened over the weekend. Tank Davis has went to jail for a domestic charge, and all this stuff started speculating. All this stuff that he, you know, the domestic charge was occurred on Father's Day weekend, in which he hit his allegedly striked his child's mother. This is the same one that they've been having. They have a very tumultuous past with one another. This was the same one that had said that he did X, Y, and Z. He recorded it, put it on social media, went freaking viral. Charges was dropped and everything else. Afterwards, he did end up going to jail for a separate charge. But when he got out, Tank was involved with a couple, you feel me? But he did go back to his child's mother. They since had a son. I'm saying all of this. I'm going somewhere with this. Now, I guess everything was cool. I'm not sure, because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't really tend to get into personal business, especially when it comes to relationships. But I guess a breakup occurred between them two. They couldn't make it work any longer. Okay. And if you know how boxers and sports people are, they, you know, especially the males, they like their women. And all of a sudden he gets arrested, and there's a report speculating that the reason why Tank Davis beat up his child's mother is because of the son's sexuality. The son is maybe 9 months old. That's how you know it's crazy, because she just had the baby several months ago. So the baby is still a baby. So when I saw that, I said no. So I reached out. Y'all know I'm going to reach out to my source and hear the whispers. And this is what I'm being told. And if y'all been following this channel, y'all know that when my whispers tell me something, I have a 99% or at least like a 95% accuracy, okay, of what's going on. The story about the child being that Tank not agreeing with the child's sexuality is false. The child is only about like 9-10 months old, and shame on y'all for even bringing up a child in this situation. Like, that's crazy. That is really ignorant. But what I heard, what I gathered, okay, from my source, is that Tank Davis pulled up with another girl in the car. Okay, so remember I said him and the child's mother had broken up and they were doing stuff separately. Well, on Father's Day, allegedly, he pulled up in a car with the girl in you feel me, somebody that he dating. The child's mother, he get out the car, try to get the kids, you know what I'm saying, to spend Father's Day with him. The child's mother came outside, seen the girl, and it turned up. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. This is you know what I'm saying. I'm telling y'all what happened. A fight ensued, a verbal spat, everything ensued. I'm not sure if the other girl got involved in this fight, but what I do know is that the girl and that Tank's child's mother and Tank was basically, you know what I'm saying, tussling back and forth. I guess she was trying to get to the girl. I don't know. It was just one big triangle, one big fight, messy. The accusation that Tank hit her in the back of the head and everything, I'm hearing is false. He did not. I did hear that he did, like, you know, hold her down, restrain her. You know what I'm saying? But as far as him, like, striking her, like they tried to make it seem like hit her in the back of the head, punched her in the mouth where her lip busted, I heard that's all false. And that's one of the reasons why he was able to get out, because he does have the girl and other witnesses that was there that's corroborating his story. Basically, it sounds like what it appears like is old girl saw the other woman in the car. She came outside. You feel me? As Tank was trying to get the kids, and y'all know how that go. Y'all know how that go. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know how that go. You feel me? I don't have children, but I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't. But everybody is like talking about this and trying to make it seem that Tank, like when they put Tank's son, at first I wasn't even gonna speak on it. But when now that they're trying to put Tank's son and his children involved and stuff like that, when that's far from the case, that's a lie. And that's viral. That post is making its way across all social media platforms. And Tank, in my opinion, is doing good. He's staying away. He's not speaking on anything. You know what I'm saying? But that's a lie. You know, now, as far as what happened between him and his child's mother and the girl and everything, that's between them. But I'm sure moving forward, there's going to be some things put in place. Like, you know how baby mamas can be, y'all. Why you bringing that beat to my house? You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I heard. That's the source. That's what the whispers I heard, that it was baby mama drama. Tank got a new girl, and that's what happened. As far as him striking her and everything, I heard that no, that did not happen. More so of Tank trying to restrain her. Now, moving on, there's a whisper, another thing making its way on social media, that Tank has not been training. I've been telling y'all since March, after the Tank and Lamont Roach fight, that Tank has been in the gym. That has been corroborated later on by Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin. Okay, Tank has been training. All this stuff that he hasn't been training for 3 weeks. He probably took a week off for Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? He probably took some days off since Father's Day, but Tank has been in the gym since March, at the end of March. Like, y'all got to stop this. Now, there are reports that the fight may get pushed back due to this. I'm hearing that it could be as pushed back to a week or two later. Not no October. I saw a report saying 2026. That's not true. The fight is still on. I said it. I put it in Discord when people were asking me, tagging me, and I said, no, I heard the fight was still on by all accounts. And then Lamont Roach did a video, if you guys saw it, and Lamont Roach even confirmed it, saying, no, we still fighting. So y'all got to chill. Let these things play out, okay? As I've always told y'all, when it comes to these sports characters, all right? Some of them be having... It is something about a soul tie. You feel me? Some people just got that tie to a person. And it could be a beautiful relationship, or it can be a toxic one. And unfortunately, oh my God. Okay. Thank you guys. Unfortunately, from what it appears what's been going on between these individuals, that it's been kind of a roller coaster ride full of toxic behaviors. Okay. Why would he even do that? The little time he has for his children should be only for them. I get that, DZ, but at the same time, if you're not together, I get both sides, right? By me being, having uncles who I consider my brothers and cousins who I consider my brothers, and then I got, some family full of women. I see both sides, right? Because at the same time, okay, leave your girl at home, you understand? Leave your girl at home, and then you just come pick up the kids. You feel me? But then he got a life too. He got one to live. So some people, so he gonna bring whoever he with. Now, could Tank been on some pettiness? It probably so, because I know a couple guys that get down like that, that'll do something to tick the female off. You know what I'm saying? If y'all already had an agreement, don't bring no girls to my house, don't bring no dudes to yours, you feel me? Then okay. You understand? But that's what I said. Like, it appears that this situation between these two are very toxic. That's what it appears like. I I will never want to, leave baby doll at the crib and pick up your kids. Yeah, I could see that too. I could definitely see that too. I could see, at the end of the day, unfortunately, it shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Tank trying to be petty, whether the girl, well, basically, it appears that both of them had a little, you know what I'm saying? Got a little pettiness and, you know what I'm saying, inside them. But now look at what the result is. She tried to run up. You feel me? She ran up on Tank and allegedly tried to run up on the girl. You feel me? And now look at Tank. Tank is the one taking the blame. Tank is being looked at as the woman beater and everything. Like, it's just crazy. So, in my opinion, I expect the charges to be dropped. I do hear that he does have witnesses that's willing to corroborate what had occurred. He did not strike her or like they making it seem as though this man just put hands and feet on this girl. From what I heard, my sources tell me no. And I also heard again, and I will continue to stamp it, Tank has been in the gym since March. If he did have a couple weeks out of training, that's because he's been training since March, ever since that fight. I heard he took a couple days off and went right back into the gym. He's been in Miami. This has been corroborated by both Calvin and Coach Kenny. Now, the man has been training. Another thing that y'all could also look at is Tank's TikTok. Tank always has been posting pictures of him in the gym for a while now, of him training. Okay, so y'all gotta chill. The man has been training. Everything is okay. If it was a very a very severe battery, they would not let Tank out, because remember, this is the same police department that has dealt with Tank in the past, the Miami police. Okay, so no, it's some baby mama girlfriend drama. That's pretty much what it is. You can tell how Tank is on that Twitter, that he's a petty. Yeah, I could see him doing that. I'm not knocking either one. All I'm saying is it appears that the situation is toxic. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up, because I got to debunk this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see posts coming out talking about his children like that, when I see all of these things, just the lies, and he not training for this amount of time and all this other stuff, it's like, bruh, wait a minute, pause. No, that's furthest from the truth. And no, it was Tank pulled up with it. Allegedly, Tank pulled up with a girl, tried to pick up his kids. Baby mama got it, took off her shoes, like, what's up? And got the banging. You feel me? Like, that's pretty much, which we've all seen. I don't know about y'all, but I've seen it several times. I told y'all, I've seen, I've had cousins wait outside, female cousins wait outside for their child's fathers with hammers. Do you hear me? Like, so when I heard the story, I'm like, oh, I shrugged it off like, oh, okay. But the way that these people are blowing it up and making these videos and making these posts and putting all this stuff in there, that's just blatant lies. Like, it did not go down. It's baby mama, new girlfriend, Tank Davis in the middle. Tank tried to restrain her. It got out of control. You know, I'm praying that at the end of the day, all parties involved, if this is to be the case, that all parties involved will get to a compromise for the children. Because at the end of the day, there's two beautiful children involved in this whole situation. Okay. But as far as him running up, hitting on the back of the head, busting a lip, doing this, doing that, no. Tank child is about 9-10 months old. Tank has never questioned that child's sexuality. For somebody to even write that is crazy. Tank has been in the gym. He's been in the gym since after the fight. I came out here and told y'all that myself. Okay, it was corroborated by Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny. They going to Miami just to kick it? Come on now. And they got Upton Gym in Baltimore. Like, no. So all this stuff is just lies. Lies. Just hate on Tank 24/7. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say they hate on Tank. You got, like, a lot of this stuff makes for good money. You know, like, we get a Shakur story. It don't really go, like, Shakur is popular, but nobody moves the needle right now than Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? With his name. And so they're going to, when they hear, he already has this bad boy image. So when they hear that something has happened, they're going to take control of the narrative and put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that it is. And they're making it seem as though like Tank doesn't have a mind of his own and that he's just losing it. There's so many people asking, saying that Tank career is over. And I'm like, yo, chill. Wait a minute. Nah, if it was over, they would have kept him in jail. Do y'all not realize that? This is the same police department he's dealt with before, y'all. I think twice now, 3 times. They would have kept him there. You feel me? So y'all gotta let everything come out. I'm not saying that he's innocent. I'm not saying that, you know, that he don't got no quirks or nothing about him or anything like that. But what I'm saying in this situation, it was a lover's quarrel involving another woman. You feel me? The girl was there and it looked like, you know what I'm saying, all hell broke loose. That's what it's looking like to me. Tank was trying to restrain and trying to calm the situation down. The mom came downstairs. The child's mother came downstairs and saw, I guess she had like, I guess she was crying, you know what I'm saying? And was upset, was irate. They called the police. And then that's what happened. After the investigation, they felt like after the investigation, they locked up Tank, which he didn't have a arrest warrant, if I'm not mistaken. Like he turned himself in or something. And he had witnesses and everything to corroborate what went down in all actuality. Now, Tank, stop bringing girls to that girl house. You feel me? If that's the case, y'all got to chill with that. Y'all got to let it go. If it was Devin, they would say nothing. Yeah. Well, you know, let's see how it play out. But from my understanding, the fight is still on. And Tank has been in the gym, and it was a triangle type of thing going on, in which the baby mama came out, saw the other girl, and y'all, you feel me? Shoes, earrings came off. You understand? Y'all know how that go. On motive, and like the queen said, Tank name is one of the biggest buzzes in the sport. Yeah, exactly. Tatted Up TV, exactly. So that's what happened. That's from what I'm hearing with my source, that's exactly what happened. It wasn't Tank just came in and beat her up and oh my God, just the stories that is being told. No, it was a lover's quarrel. Okay, it was a triangle. So yeah, so I hope that clears it up. I expect charges to be dropped soon for this situation. And I'm gonna put it out there. I think that because we all know that Tank loves to train in Miami, I think it's time for Tank to divert his attention to maybe Vegas or something. You know what I'm saying? Or Colorado, places like that, where you could be low key and you could really focus on that, because that's a lot. You know, him and that girl, they've been going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been through a lot. You feel me? And I think, you know, if you're going to sever that tie, if there is nothing else there, sometimes you do have to leave that location for your own sanity. And Tank has a lot riding right now. He got that big contract with PBC and with Amazon. So it's time to start to divert your attention elsewhere, Tank. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He needs to use better judgment, not bring women to his baby mama house. You asking for drama. Exactly, right. Especially if, and this is why I say, ladies, okay, this is exactly why I say, women, be careful with dating men who have young children. You feel me? Like if you gonna date somebody who kids is older, they ain't got to take care of. Because from my point of view, from what I've seen with my cousins and uncles and everything, who have younger children, they still be smashing the baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know if this was one of those situations. You know what I'm saying? You know, like an entanglement. Shout out to Jada. You feel me? With the baby only ain't even a year old yet. So it's a lot. It's a lot of pettiness, a lot of drama that could have been avoided. The females ain't hitting in Colorado like Mia does. Just saying, oh Lord. Nah, but that's his problem now. He needs to look, Tank. Focus on your last two, fulfilling these last two fights of this contract. Focus on that, friend. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Make that money. The women ain't going nowhere. They still gonna call your name. They still gonna scream your name. They still gonna be at your fights. Do that one, best friend. Okay, leave them girls alone for right now. My youngest is 12. Once I'm done, I don't go backwards. You know he's still dipping in there. Exactly, Mark. Like for how she acted, from what I'm hearing, her running up. You feel me? That's that. You know what I'm saying? You was just here last night. That's how she, you know, from what it was described to me. That was one of those. Wait a minute, you just paid my light bill. You feel me? She like, wait a minute. I feel. Look, listen. I get it. You know, I get it. Tay tried to restrain her. You feel me? Old girl trying to go at the other one. Y'all already know. It's some effing going on there. Exactly. I would never date anyone with children. Well, I'm 36, so that for me is slim to none. I'm always me, especially in the city. In Chicago, we always, you know, it's so many men out here with children. It's ridiculous. Now in the South, I don't think it's that many, but in Chicago, it's a whole different breed. Now I have a minimum. It's good to have a minimum. And for me, I don't date guys with toddlers. Because you still opening, you know, y'all know how that go, bruh. Y'all know how that go. That's what I said, Key. He definitely still smashing. Why would his BM care who in the car if he would exactly fight games? So that's what I heard. The way that they're blowing this up right now, making it about you know, Tank and putting that, you know, is out of proportion. It appears that Tank was being petty, had the girl probably still creeping with the BM. You feel me? One of those situations. And it turned up. At the end of the day, I just pray that the kids are doing okay, that they can come to a consensus as adults, because these are adults that we're still talking about, to make it better for the children. That's all I care about. Y'all gonna rah-rah, do y'all thing, then Tank, it's time for you to put the gloves up and do what you gonna do with her. You feel me? As far as being toxic and everything, because that does these headlines. A lot of people don't have these type of sources, and a lot of people, once they find out the information, the truth, they're not gonna come out and take up for you. They just gonna let it slide. You feel me? So this can turn off a lot of people in your base with having that jacket on you, you know. So it's just time to, you gotta leave that, look, at least until the contract is satisfied. Tank, you know, y'all chill out up over there. Who was pregnant tell me she likes me and she would like to be the father figure for her kids. I was like, Snagglepuss, exit stage left. Oh Lord, Rod, thank you. Anyways, so I hope that puss, you know, I hope that shed some light on the truth on what is going on behind the scenes. Okay. And hopefully I've debunked the rest of that stuff and what they're saying, because it's all total BS. It's so much BS. She must got that Ubi. Oh, come on, Upper. Thank you. Put those Tank detractors in real life Squid Game. They wouldn't even survive red light, green light. Damn. Thank you, Dioksu. Zhang Dioksu. Tank needs a mentor he look up to, give him wisdom to avoid these type of issues. No, Tank is a grown man. Tank is a grown man. That's why I said, you see, I'm not taking off any responsibility off of him. No, he got to chill. He is a grown man. There's going to come a point in time when your mentors and everybody is not going to be there for you 24/7. You know, you get what I'm saying, Rob? Like, nah. And then not to mention, you in a better position than 90%, 99% of the men in America. You're a multi-millionaire. And you know you want papers. Like, come on. There comes a point in time where we do have to, I am gonna hold him accountable. And that's why I'm telling him to chill out. Maybe it's time for you to relocate. I know that grown men need mentors and everything else, but come on now, Rod. She is Colombian, equal crazy. Nah, well, not really. Well, I wouldn't even say Colombian. I just think, I think all Hispanic and Caribbean women got that little spark about them. You feel me? Where they go from 0 to 100 real quick. I've always seen, and this is no bad thing about them. They just spicy. I think it's a Hispanic and Caribbean type of thing. Jamaican, Haitian, they just, you feel me? Like you buck up at them, they taking off their ear. What's up? They taking off earrings and everything. Before you could even a man can even raise their hand up, they done hit you twice in the face. Bye bye. You feel me? Like, that's, I just think Hispanic and Caribbean women just got that spicy. They just, they not taking nothing. And they will spaz out. And then next thing you know comes the makeup. See, soon as he got out of jail, she was pregnant. I know that's right, Tank. You feel me? When they see boys or relatives messing up many times, we can be the voice that helps them. He is at fault for the matter of facts, but men need to talk through issues together. I agree. Yes. But if I did, I wouldn't let no strangers around my kids. I feel you, DZ. Me too. Fight, she putting up a thing. Oh my God. Thank you, Upper. Anyways, it's hard to tell a young and with money what to do. That is true. That is true. But you would think that by him sitting down for a few months, that would have showed him. And he got a hole. They say his judge is unreasonable. So I don't like that. But now we get into the specifics of, okay, you do have a car coming up and you got all this stuff going on, which tells me that's why the PBC waited to see where this was going to go, which is why we haven't gotten a promotion. But at the end of the day, when you are one of the stars of boxing and you have this undercard, now you're putting everybody else's money at risk. So, or in jeopardy, okay? So, in my opinion, PBC, if we have, because we got Gary Antoine versus Hirakoa. We got Stephen Fulton versus Cool Boy Seth versus Foster. Who else was on that card? It was 2 more cards. That's a lit card as well. So I think I think that I wouldn't be surprised if PBC either separated, if they're going to keep something on that date of the original date. If this Tank Davis is pushed back, put one of those fights on there as the main card and fill it up. Make it free on PBC Prime, Amazon Prime. Or if not, then keep it all together. Only move it back a week. That's my opinion, since they're talking about 2 dates in August that can replace the August 16th card date for the Tank Davis. So I'm going to keep my eye on it for y'all. Let y'all know. Remember, PBC also does have a September date open, which I thought was going to be for Benavidez, but that fight fell through. So Benavidez is going to Riyadh season in October or November or something like that. I think it's November. So I'm thinking that somebody got to fill that card in September as well, because they still have that on reserve. So I'm going to keep my eye on this. That's why I'm mad at Tank. Another reason, because he messing up the flow of things with these date cards and everything else. So it's time to just keep a low profile. Y'all, it's time to keep a low profile, Tank. Just be cool. Just be cool. And give it. I got an ex that was willing to fight any woman I dated after her. She was nuts. I had to stop going on that side of Houston to avoid her madness. Was thankful when her car broke down. Damn, right. So, okay. So basically what y'all telling me in this chat, that y'all have all experienced a crazy girl. So y'all basically siding with Tank, and y'all know that they still messing around because y'all was still messing with them crazy girls. Y'all ain't slick. I'm peeping through the game with Rod, Marcus, Zulu. That's basically what y'all telling me. Like, look, we know she crazy, you feel me? But we was still sliding through one. Right, Upper, you too. You feel me? Y'all know she crazy, but y'all still messing with that damn girl. That's what y'all basically telling me. Yeah, okay. So that's why y'all could relate to what's ain't going on. Okay. Yeah, it be them crazy ones. Yeah, hey, Jay. It be them crazy girls. Okay, I get it. To answer your question, Rod Walker, yes, I do. I used to attract them like crazy. They hit their madness, then you like them, and they let the madness out. Well, I get it. I understand. I'm seeing it now. I see what y'all mean now. So yeah, y'all not slick. I'm reading between the lines. Like, wait a minute. I think Rob Walker was with one. Like, wait a minute. Marcus was guilty too, and Zulu. Lord have mercy. He gotta have kids with the right one. Exactly, Creole. Them crazies got keep that. Oh Lord, I'm not fond of dysfunctionality. Me either, Ramon. But a lot of men are, and women too. It's a lot of women that that's how they attract their men. You feel me? Like, pull a man in. It's something. But that lets me know that some of y'all men got a little craziness inside of y'all too, though. Okay, sometimes it be voodoo and witchcraft that keeps the man. Yeah, I've heard of that too. My baby mom is the same way. Even though I haven't been with her for 10 years, it's hard to detach from her. Even 100% knowing it was very toxic. Lord. Right, Marcus, you don't think they crazy. You don't think they crazy. The next thing you know, she outside. You feel me? She outside with her weave, her wig turned sideways. You feel me? Okay, she outside with a gallon of water and one shoe on. You like, wait a minute, what the hell? Good makeup and voodoo. Toxic. See, okay. Y'all get it then. Y'all definitely get it. I'm done. Y'all are silly. Y'all are silly. I'm so done with y'all. A hole in a tire. Yeah, I told you my cousin, I would never forget this. I was at my grandmother's house on the west side. I'm coming outside, and my cousin was waiting for her baby daddy with a sledgehammer. She was outside, leaned up against the car. You feel me? We like, yo, such and such. What's up? I'm probably like what, 17 at the time? Like, I was young still, maybe 15, 16. Me and my cousin T was going to go to the corner store because where my grandmother lived is where the strip used to be for Don Magic Wand, right? So when we were younger, we would see the working girls out there, okay? But my grandmother, she bought this house back in like the 50s, so it's been there forever. And Don Magic Wand them came up in that neighborhood. So we'll see the girls walking. So it's a corner store that used to be right there. Popular. It's closed down now. The owners is got older and everything and retired and closed it down. But we used to go to we used to go to the candy store right there. And I swear, like, we were so scared. Like, people was calling him, don't go on the block. Don't go on the block. She outside. It was crazy. I had one let out the air of my tires and asked me if I need a ride to work. Before I saw she got my tires, she was in the parking lot waiting. Dang. Can you see that? That's what I'm dealing with, Lord. You will be okay. Whatever she said you did it. Anyways, I'd never go against the wife and now. Okay, go against her. Anyways, last up, I'm glad that we got that cleared away because I don't want people running with this. I want people to just clamp this down, bruh, because it's not what it seems. Okay. Oh my God. Well, you should have said something. Whatever she said you did, Upper. Benavides. Yeah, if you peep is bad, it's good to get away. You always got to remember, there's billions of people in the world. There's many great matches out there for you. Avoid those permanent scars. Exactly, tatted up. Exactly. I even knew a female lawyer, black chick on the South Side. Her man was in the streets. She would go crazy. They cool now. But when they first, we used to be like, girl, you a whole lawyer. But it's just something about, I don't know. She was crazy as hell. I had one video of herself bashing my girlfriend. Cause see, all of y'all can y'all all side, see, y'all know where Tank is coming from. You guys are very empathetic to the cause. Lord Rod. Now, anyways, David Benavidez, as we know, he did his presser with Anthony Yard. And a lot of people are confused and puzzled about Benavidez' comment. I'm not. But they, of course, were asking about Canelo, and Canelo said that if Benavidez said if Canelo wants to fight him, he got to come up to 175. Now, Benavidez, why are you trying to set Canelo up? You know that Canelo got beat up by Bivol. Why are you trying to do that? And you know that man not fighting you. Now, if anything, Benavidez, now that you hooked up with Turkey, and now that Turkey is trying to make Sheeraz versus Canelo, you need to be hollering at Turkey. Since Turkey got the gift of foresight and can, you know what I'm saying, and is planning Canelo fights for 2026. I kind of feel bad for Bud, because that means that if Bud don't knock out Canelo, he gonna win it. I don't mess with women who ain't got no respect for their daddy. I used to live in Dallas, but I worked in, okay. I went to Dallas one time. I can't wait to go to Houston. I've never been to Houston. I cannot wait. I can't wait to go to Houston, New York. I want to go back to New Orleans because I love, I didn't really get to experience New Orleans in its essence the way I wanted to. But I've never been to Houston and I've never been to New York. I want to go to both of those places. I'm going to visit them before the end of the year. That's for sure. Because I heard Houston, I heard y'all man, boy, I heard y'all something else, that y'all beautiful. So yeah, shout out to Benavidez. I don't think that he's that Canelo is gonna move up to 175 to fight you. But if you want that fight, the best person to talk to is Turkey. Make that fight with Turkey. Canelo hasn't had a tough fight since Bivol. No, he hasn't. He said, look, I'm about to retire soon, so y'all go ahead and get, you know what I'm saying, do what y'all gonna do. Tony, speaking of doing what they're gonna do, Tony Harrison will be fighting on the Clarissa Shields undercard. I gotta figure out who his opponent's gonna be, but that's July 26th. And then Jamel Herring has signed to BKFC. Shout out to Dan the Boxing Man for that announcement. I don't know if that means, because I don't follow BKFC, but I don't know if that's what's that type of fighting called, y'all, when they don't have on the gloves? Is that slap? What is it called? What is that called, y'all? Bare knuckle boxing. Is that what BKFC is? That Jamel Herring is signing to? Is that Black Prime? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, Jamel Herring is making he's making his return there. Tony Harrison is coming back, and Paulie M. Y'all know I can't say them syllables. He's coming back too. I think he's also going to do bare knuckle boxing, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, fighting champion. Okay, bare knuckle fighting championship. Oh, okay. He is not getting it, and I think Benavidez knows he's just clout chasing Canelo's name. Yeah, I can't see him going up to 175 for Canelo. That wouldn't make sense. It'd be too hot to get in trouble. I want to visit Arizona too. I have a few family members in Arizona. I can't wait to visit. Tony Harrison is a gatekeeper, good boxing, but past his prime. Well, we're gonna see him on the 26th. Yeah. We ain't got no choice, y'all. We gonna see him on the Clarissa Shields undercard. Okay, we gonna see him on that too. But that's all I got. Let's see what y'all talking about. Need to make a trip there. Her booty is big in Texas. Thank you, Brian. What the heck? I hear mixed reviews on Houston food. I heard that the turkey leg hut was good, but they got closed down, right? Right? I don't know. But I hear that y'all food is hit and miss. I hear that y'all barbecue was good. But I don't know, but that's Chicago folks. And y'all know Chicago, we feel like we got the best food in the world. Our food is great. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm going to make a trip to Houston soon. That's gonna be my first time. I want to experience it. I'll probably go for one of y'all football games when it starts. When it Houston, Atlanta, Vegas here. It's a bunch of spots in Houston. Okay, I'm gonna try them out. I'm gonna definitely see what y'all talking about. I've never been. I'm excited. I wanna. They said that y'all tailgates is off the chain. Is better that it rivals Georgia, and that's hard for me because the Georgia tailgates is something serious. So I want to see it with mediocre service. Their food is good here. There are just some. Oh, okay. I'm on fire. She should work tonight. What are you talking about, Upper? You have to go to family restaurants. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all know when I got everything booked. Y'all gonna give me a list of places I need to go to in Houston, and then afterwards I'm gonna go to New York, and I'm gonna need for my East Coast folks to let me know where I need to go. Oh, Drake, New York versus Texas, North Carolina versus Texas barbecue. I don't think I've ever had North Carolina barbecue food, and I go to North Carolina almost once a year. That's interesting. I need to go give me some. I need to try to do the comparison. Drake. Oh, okay. I know. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what you was talking about. All serious in the South. I only been to one, which was in Georgia. I never been to one in Texas. That's why I want to go to Houston, because I heard Texas go crazy with y'all tailgates, with y'all food and everything. So I'm definitely going. Out there in Houston, Texas, there's some good barbecue in Texas, but I smoke my own barbecue on my own pit. I know that's right. Period. Y'all gotta teach me how to smoke food too. I want to learn. I just learned the charcoal trick on the grill, where you put it into like a teepee, like a make the middle like a teepee and everything, spread it out and stuff, put the wood on there and everything. I just mastered that. Woo! I just mastered that because my dad barbecues. My dad is something serious on the grill. He takes that very personal. So all I got to do is call up my dad and be like, look, throw something on the grill. I'm on my way. But by the time I get there, it's almost done. So now I'm doing it myself, and I finally learned how to, I'm like, okay, Key. My mom is a good barbecuer too. Oh my God. My mom is off the chain. She taught me the TP trick, actually. Buy a smoker. No. No. Applewood chips and cherry wood. To keep even heat, going to add some wood and make it happy. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do. Lord, I guess it is a science to that. Oh yeah, I love both my dads. I have a father and a stepfather. Much respect. I gotta call him once I get off business last year, but it's opening back up in a month or so. Hey, congratulations, Zulu. Let us know and where, so the people can come and support you. Definitely. Come on now. That's excellent. Hey, Alan. Pecan hickory mesquite mix has great flavor. I have no idea. How do you think Jamal Charlo does against Canelo? Do you think does a better job than Jamel? 100% better. Because Jamal is crazier than Jamel. I feel like he got a couple screws missing. You feel me? And I think you got to have that that mentality going up against Canelo. You gotta have that. You feel me? I think he's gonna. I think he does a way better job. And not to mention, Jamal looks like a bigger, like that's his weight. When I seen him in his last fight, he looks good at that weight. I like that. And he's working himself into that fight instead of Jamel just jumping on in. That wasn't a good one for me. Better than Bivol, yeah, but Jamal is a stronger and he has a nice jab. Yeah, I think so too. So I think he's gonna do real good if we ever get that. Now PBC finna corner him, about to start cornering Canelo. So let's see if we can get that fight. Let's see if Canelo gonna pull the trigger. You know who else needs to be ranked? Boo Boo Andre. Period. Let me see if my boo is ranked. Is my boo boo ranked? Let me see. Because he's supposed to be making his comeback. You know that, my boo ain't even ranked yet. Don't worry, he will be. And y'all know that Canelo ducked Boo Boo. Y'all know that. He already knew. He knew what it was. Period. So he's not ranked yet, but he will be. No, he not. I just hope. No, Akilo, I heard that he's doing good. Remember I told y'all that the Charlo brothers have been in the gym since early this year. Remember I told y'all that they were back getting it. I heard that Jamal is in a really good headspace. That he really is in a good headspace. Boo Boo slipped out of the rankings. Okay, he gonna be back. Hey, D. He gonna be back. Y'all some haters. Period. Y'all some haters, okay? But I'm happy to see Jamal Charlo is officially back in the number one spot. I got high hopes. Canelo, please take this fight, Canelo. Lord, I hope that they don't try to pull a fast one, man. Like, come on, we want Jamal. But what about Caleb Plant? Is Caleb Plant not going to? Is Caleb, because Caleb Plant is number 4 in the WBA. And Jamal Charlo is number 2. And Caleb Plant is number 11 in the WBC. And Jamal is number 1. That's another fight that will sell on its own. Damn. I hope we get that fight, y'all. Canelo already beat both brothers when he beat Jamel. Furthermore, I haven't seen him since he bent the knee to Bennett. He didn't bend the knee, nerd. He fell. Period. He tripped and fell. And no, Jamal Charlo and Jamel Charlo is 2 different breeds. Okay, whatever, Rod, whatever. Caleb needs to focus on being a dad. Damn, right? Needs that work for the slap. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder, they have the card, they have the date for September. They could put Jamal, because Caleb just lost. Damn. They could put Jamal, man. Do Caleb Plant versus Berlanga. Boom. Do Caleb Plant versus Berlanga. Coming off of 2 losses, Berlanga clearly got put hands and feet on. Do Caleb Plant versus Berlanga. Let them fight that out on the undercard. Winner faces Jamal Charlo. There we go. The loser leaves boxing. You know what? If Jamel can successfully go back down to 154 and carry the weight like he used to, do you think he could dominate 154 and become? Absolutely. Because we got everybody being weeded out right now. We got Diego Pacheco coming up this weekend. He being weeded out. We got Fundora and Virgil Ortiz. They finna weed that out. Bakram still waiting on somebody. Hell, I don't know who they're gonna give Bakram. Xander Zayas. We only waiting on Jesus Ramos, Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, who else? And Keith Thurman. Once we get those 4 out the way, then there goes the 154 division as far as lined up for Jamel Charlo's 154 to undisputed, path to undisputed. You see what I'm saying? So I like where Jamal, like, to be honest with you, Jermell Charlo is in the best position, being the champion in recess, in my opinion. He's in the best position out of all these fighters because he could real deal just sit in the cut. We know that Sir Bohachuk finna fight. We know that Fandor and Tim Tszyu about to fight. Boots Ennis is about to get in there. We got Brandon Adams already being lined up. I think Jesus Ramos is waiting on the fight. Yeah, all of them. Like he in a great position because as these belts begins to change hands, he gonna know which direction. You know, PBC gonna put him up there real nice. PBC is gonna put him up there really, really nice. Let him keep fighting. Wilder still fighting. You know what? Boots needs to jump in somewhere, anywhere. Boots is in a predicament. Boots versus Lubin. That's Bakaram's work. Remember, Lubin won the IBF Eliminator. So that's already being set up. I would love to see that. I want to see Boots versus Charles Conwell, but y'all keep cussing me out about it. I think that's a great fight. Whoever lose, sit your A down. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much. Oh my God. But I think that's a really good fight. Boots versus Charles Conwell. You got Freitas Rojas. You got Keith Thurman. Oh, think about that. Jermell Charlo versus Keith Thurman. I got Jermell I think Jermell could stop Keith Thurman. Because Keith Thurman need a fight. Tim Tszyu enacted his rematch clause with Fundora. So, shoot. Keith, that's an interesting fight. Keith Thurman versus Jermell Charlo. Who y'all got with that one? That's a really good fight to me. That's really interesting. Eddie Screw Boots drop the belts and move and have nothing planned for 154. What a moron, Lord Rob. We don't know that yet. But I agree with you. Mailbox stoppage. Yeah, my girl Cassandra don't play about Keith. That belt dropping soon. Everybody belts finna drop. And what everybody about to start getting in this fight, I'm just sad that we're not getting a 154 tournament, it looks like. I've been talking about that for months. I'm so sad they couldn't pull that off. But out of all the fighters at 154, I feel as though Jermell Charlo was in the best position. He's in the best one. As far as Jesus Ramos being lined up, everybody being lined up pretty much. And then Xander Zayas is fighting for the WBO. Like, everybody's pretty, yeah. Tales, Jonas Tales, that's a good one. He's the interim. Virgil Ortiz is the interim. I think Jermell Charlo, once these fights start to happen, so they start this weekend and go all the way until September. Once all those get to breaking up, Jermell Charlo, he ran clear. Everybody would have got fought and beat already. You feel me? You know? Keith used to be one time, now he's once upon. You know what, Phoenix? Keith needs some. Oh, come on. Keith might show up on your. I think Jermell is in a better position though than Keith. Like, I'm not doubting that Keith ain't got power and that he still ain't got it. I mean, he showed that a couple months ago. But it's Jermell. I think that they gonna move Jermell like he, you know what I'm saying, to get that get back. Like, remember, Jermell tried to come back last year and they screwed him over. So I think that he's finna have first dibs on a lot, especially as these fights starts happening. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing Jermell Charlo being ranked again, top 10, top 5 in the next month. I would not be surprised. Because look at how they just did Jamal. I won't be surprised. I think he has a really good clear path to 154. But another one that he has a good path to that nobody is talking about is 160. Jermell Charlo could definitely rule 160. You got Janabak, Scary Self, Carlos Adames, don't know what he want to do. He's still pissed off at the draw. Laura in the cut. No, Laura's supposed to be fighting on Tank Davis undercard, so I got to take him out of there. Chris Eubank Jr. don't know what he want to do, whether he want to fight a 160 or fight a 147 pounder. I mean, there's a lot. There's a clear path for Jermell Charlo at 160. Who we got? Vito Melnicki. He stops Vito, in my opinion. Y'all know I like Vito, but I got Jermell on that one. He beats the brakes off of Shane Mosley Jr. I think we can all agree. He beats up Patrice Volney. Who else is there? Denzel Bentley. Like, there's so many people that Jermell Charlo can just run through at 160. Laura's 42. Spence at 160 makes the most sense. Let's see how they both go. Ain't no telling how he comes back. No, he's been in the gym too, Akilo. Both of them brothers been in the gym. They've been in there for a while. Even Errol Spence. Let's see what Errol Spence do. He's still another one that we holding out for. But yeah, so yeah, I'm praying that the rumors surrounding Tank Davis and this whole situation dies down, that is countered, that is debunked, because from what I hear from my sources, that stuff in the newspaper is totally wrong. Men, y'all got to stop going back to them women, being petty with those women. I know y'all like them crazy women, but listen, when you dating another woman and you know you got a crazy ass baby mama, y'all better stop it. Do you hear me? Stop it. Okay? When you know your baby mama crazy, y'all better stop this stuff. Okay? Stop it. You know your baby mama crazy. You know she gonna want to run up on that girl. You feel me? And you in the middle. Y'all gotta stop this, y'all. Come on now. Once the police is called, is no reconciliation. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's people that got restraining orders on each other that's still messing around. That's a lie. That is a lie. Are you crazy, Keith? Yes, I am. I'm like crazy women at all. They have that good, but that equal possible kids. So no, just stay away from them. I feel you. I feel you. But it's hard when you have a soul tie and you have children, not just one, but two. Remember, he put a couple of them up in her. You feel me? So some of y'all did too. Some of y'all got crazy baby mamas too. Okay. Y'all know that one girl, she outside. She got on one sock. You feel me? Got her wig turned sideways. You know what I'm saying? Outside with a bottle, a busted bottle, waiting outside your door for you and her to come outside. Leave them girls alone. Oh my God, I'm done with you trying to lock me up. No, I feel you with that, but at the same time, not that crazy, Rod. No, not like that. I'm just saying, like, first of all women, all women a little, you feel me? We a little off sometimes. We got our moments, but when you have a crazy baby mama or a crazy ex-girlfriend, you feel me? And you know she crazy. I don't care what y'all say, 99% of men then dealt with that one girl who you know will run up on you no matter what girl you with. Okay? If you not hollering, that's my sister, that's my mama. No, you just hit my sister and my mama. You feel me? She gonna swing. Everybody, especially if you still hitting it. Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta stop that. One sock is crazy. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all know that girl crazy. You see her at the club. Oh, that one, the one with the Chucky mask on. She crazy. Stay away from her. Like, you know she crazy. Who I hang with, my family. I'm just saying, them crazy ones ain't it. I put a restraining order on one. Exactly. So Tank, let this be a lesson. Do not bring don't bring no girls over to your baby mama house. You know how your baby mama is. If this is true, you know how your baby mama is. And not to mention, she Hispanic. Like I said, my Hispanic and my Caribbean queens is real quick to pop off. By the time you can get a hand up, you done caught two to the face and one to the throat. Okay? You feel me? You better stop. You see that she about that life. She Colombian. Chill out, Tank. You better chill out. Okay? All right, let it go. Just whatever you need to do it until your fight, your contracts and stuff are over with. Leave your, if you know your baby mama crazy, leave her where she at until it's done. For real. Leave them until they done, Tank. Had me locked up, she lied to put me in jail with her high yellow ass. While I was locked up for the weekend. No forgiveness ever. Ooh. Wait a minute, what y'all trying to say? Well, I'm not high yellow. But what you trying to say though? Women are women, honey. They crazy. All women are not created equal. Exactly, Zach. In the mix of doing, you know what, with the one chick, she looked me dead in my eyes and said, "You gonna make me crazy about you." That was the red flag. But being young, I liked it. Okay. Okay, and what happened? She was standing outside your door with one sock on, one flip flop. You feel me? Holding a can, holding a can of what's that, of malt liquor on the other hand. Okay, with a blunt and cocked behind her ear. You better leave them girls alone. Makes no sense. She is effing lunching all the time. Some girls are just like that. And you don't find out until, you feel me? Now put it on a higher level. You a multi-millionaire. You put her on jets. Like, think about it. You feel me? You put her on jets. 9 times out of 10, she ain't got to pay for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't want for nothing. She's accustomed now to a certain lifestyle. Her kids are accustomed to a certain lifestyle. And you wonder why when you drive and you hear something in your trunk, you get out, you pop open the trunk, she in there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you add all of that on. So not only do you give her good loving, y'all got this crazy, sexy, passionate energy. You feel me? But y'all kicking it together. You breaking bread with her. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, you put that on 20. And now, and she in magazine, she, you know what I'm saying, in blogs now, her name. And then not to mention he's a multi-millionaire. So she's accustomed to probably Rolls-Royce magazines coming to her door. She got A1 credit. He probably made sure that the kids got college funds and all type of funds put up. Like, I'm just saying, like, you put that on 20, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's ballooned up compared to us regular folks. So now every time Tank pull up with another girl, it's gonna be some furniture moving. You feel me? Like, it's gonna be some furniture moving. Yes, in the trunk. You surprised she in the trunk of the car. You surprised that you working on the computer, you hear a thump. You go check in the closet, she there. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you surprised? You can't do that. So you can't put on all of that. And this is what it go to. You break up with me. And then now you pull up to my girl. You know, like, I'm thinking, like, I'm putting myself in her shoes. Now, would I do that? No, it's not that serious for me. But it's some women, to be damned. Now, some of y'all got 2-bedroom apartments and drive a Ford F-150 and look at how they coming at y'all. Look at how crazy they going for y'all. Some of y'all engineers. Some of y'all own businesses, small businesses. You feel me? Some of y'all in a townhouse. Some of y'all might own a small property, whatever the case may be. Look at what y'all women is going. You know, y'all just said what y'all crazy ex-girlfriends done did to y'all. So think about that. If y'all was on as a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, how would it be? And y'all surprised that you wake up and she in your kitchen cooking. You like how you get in. You left the bedroom. You left the window in the spare bedroom open. You feel me? Like, and she just snuck in. You feel me? That's how it is. He got enough money to support both of them. It don't matter a kilo in some women's mind. That's mine. You feel me? Like, no, some women, but you got to understand, like, we don't know what type of arrangement it was. It could be that arrangement of don't bring no bees to my house. Don't have no females around my kids. How many of us have heard that before? I've heard that. My aunties and them used to say that all the time to their husbands, still husbands. They still with them, but back in the day, you feel me? But I've heard that. Don't bring no woman to my house. He bring the girl to the house. You feel me? Now she taking out, you feel me? Now she taking off her earrings and she finna bang on chick. You feel me? Like, that's what be going on. No, but he don't have to deal with her after this. He doesn't owe her anything. He owes it to his 2 children. Absolutely, Arena. That's why I said he needs to get away. I'm just letting y'all know that I see where the girl, you feel me, why she turned up. She probably told Tank, don't bring no girl to my house. He brought the girl anyway. Because y'all know how Tank is. You feel me? Like, I think he's petty. You understand? Or probably he wasn't even thinking of anything like that. He probably just was like, look, I'm with my girl. I'm about to pick up my kids. We finna go whoop wop the bam. Shorty come out. The baby mama come out. Next thing you know what I'm saying? It's shoes and everything flying. You feel me? That's how it is. You know, but at the same time, he got to live his life. She got to live his. Some women, it's hard to let that go. And when you on, especially when you a man in this society, that's successful. You don't even have to be a millionaire, just successful. You know, got some degrees to your name, got money to your name. You done made, you self-made. You got a nice car. You got all of this. Some women, it's going to be hard for them to leave y'all. Y'all, I'm sure every man in this chat know what I'm talking. I'm sure y'all still know about this girl, that crazy ex-girl. That you know what I'm saying? Tank don't want her empanadas no more, Lord Jesus. No, I believe that they were still messing up. Come on now. Ain't no female finna do all that. Ain't no female finna do all that if they still ain't dipping and diving. You feel me? Tank was still swimming in them was still swimming in the Gulf of Mexico. Tank was over there. You feel me? Tank was still up over there. Okay. Woman to woman. Tank was, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 99% sure Tank was still swimming in the Gulf of Mexico. And Shorty was like, wait a minute. No, you did not. You just left. You just paid my. Hold up. You just got me my. Wait a minute. I just came off of a jet. You pull up a hub. Oh, no. Look. I get it. I get it. You feel me? She saw him like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Not only was you just swimming in the Gulf of Mexico with me, I just got off the jet. You just paid my bills. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on, mama. Hold my earrings. Look, you see in the report, all the mama said was, oh, I came downstairs and she was upset. Nah, I believe mama was downstairs. Because, you know, when it comes to us women, if our mama, our people with us, and we know we finna cut up, we bringing our people outside. You feel me? Like, we gonna have a sister, our mama, grandma, you two, come on. You feel me? Like, just in case things go left, somebody gonna be there. You feel me? Mom was like, no, I just came downstairs and she was just upset. Nah, you saw it, girl. You held your daughter earrings. You gave your daughter the Vaseline to put over her face. Y'all knew what it was. I'm just playing. I'm just being funny. Away from that girl. Together, baby mama still get hit together. Not Lord Jesus, Marcus. But that's what I heard. Of course, like I said, anytime I hear, some whispers, of course I bring my whispers to y'all. That's what I heard about the situation. All that other stuff is bunk. It didn't happen that way. Tank pulled up with a girl. Baby mama came out. You know what I'm saying? It went up. It went up. It went up. You feel me? Tank was trying to restrain her. You feel me? And it went left. Police got called. Tank turned himself in a couple weeks later, which was over the weekend. And that's what happened. He didn't get charged. He got bailed out. He was able to bail himself out. I suspect that the charges will be dropped moving forward. And he does need to move from Miami to somewhere else to train, because clearly this girl don't want, It's a hard breakup. That's what it's seeming like to me, that they just can't let each other go, and it's a hard situation for them, and it's too toxic. It's time to just let it go. If it hadn't been a sister, she ain't going out like that. She get Vaseline and tennis shoe. Exactly, girl. So look, all right. And as soon as she would have swung, as soon as our girl would have swung, hold up, soon as she would have connected, our hands would have connected. Damn it, you already know it right now. Okay, soon as some man, and ain't no police get caught. We ain't none of us calling the police. Somebody gonna have to call the police. Look, one of you would have been chasing the on one side of the car, would have been chasing the other side of the car to get him. Somebody would have had to call the police. It wouldn't have been us, and we would have made sure. Look, we would have made sure that that they got out. When the police pulled up, they would have been like, "What happened? Nothing, none. Everybody cool. Everybody cool." In the same time, we in the texting them, talk about when I see you, it's up. Tell Shorty what's up. You feel me? We still, girl. How crazy are you? Asking for a friend. Not too crazy. I'm not too crazy. I'm not too Marcus. I'm just saying, like, when stuff, I'm just calling it how I see it, y'all. I'm calling it how I see it. Like, that had to be the mother. Because if that was, you feel me, two sisters or two cousins, you know what I'm saying? Like, soon as I read that line, the mother said she was visibly upset. I said, okay, the mother hiding evidence. Because we would have, baby, if that was one of the girls, okay, Tank would have been doing some more than restraining. We would have been chasing that little boy. I promise you. Like, get your little ass over here. Shoes, everything would have been flying. Oh my God. I make sure my level of petty will always exceed any level of crazy. Yeah. Yeah, but see, like, the thing is though, de-escalation is always the way to go. And trying to divert a situation of that occurring. That's what I said with Tank. You have enough money, just have somebody go and pick up your kids, bro. Like, don't just, because it's clearly not finna get no better. No, I'm not like that. I've never had to get involved in stuff like that. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. I never had to get involved in no stuff like this. Now, have you feel me, petty and all of that? Well, you know, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect but Jesus. So I won't go into too many details, but I'm not perfect. I'm having way too much fun talking about this. Let me go ahead and go for y'all think that I done did some stuff. Oh Lord, I'm ready to know what I'm talking about though. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. You be like, call me Doc. Absolutely. I still have yet to do that though. Tank about to get security guard like Haney guy. I swear to God, he better get somebody, because baby, them Colombians don't play. If this the same chick, them Colombians, baby. Okay, they don't play. That's why when I heard about it, I said, okay, she gave him two to the face, one to the throat. Got it. Got it. She let her hands fly. You feel me? She came outside throwing up the set. I already know what she did. Oh Lord, Rod cutting up today. I just think it was absolutely hilarious when I heard the story, James, because I knew when I heard, I said, oh, okay, he pulled a violation. Yeah, that's a violation, Tank. And oh girl, the baby mama came outside, you feel me? And was about to lay down the law. Tank saw what it was. Tank was out there fighting for his life, trying to protect the old girl. I already knew what happened. Like, run, Tank. If I would have told his ass to run. Like, you better run. You better run. She coming. She coming. Oh my God. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all had a wonderful day. I hope this was entertaining. I hope I was able to debunk this Sheeraz as far as the hand wrap gate. I gotta see it to believe it that Berlanga feels as though that Sheeraz had was pulling a Margarito. I don't know about that, chat. Room for further investigation, but of course, I will see y'all tomorrow. It's always love. Exactly, Phoenix. Exactly, Rod. It's always love, and as always, I'm out.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze